yogis. Welcome to Strength and Conditioning Pilates edition. So for this class, we're just going to focus a little bit more on Pilates, do a little bit more traditional Pilates. I infuse a lot of that into these strength and conditioning classes, so this will just be a little bit more consistent through that style of practice. So we're going to start off with the 100, which is a traditional way to start a Pilates class. Just like you would do breathing exercise at the beginning of a yoga class, it's the same kind of concept. We're going to oxygenate and move the breath through the body. So the breathing in Pilates is generally in through the nose and out through the mouth. So if you can remember that, I often forget to start breathing out through my nose because I'm used to doing that from yoga, but in through the nose, out through the mouth. And in the 100, we're going to try to do 100. I'm not going to keep perfect count, that's for sure, but it would be pulsing the arms. You pulse 5 times inhale and 5 times exhale. Right? So we're going to find our balance point. So come to a seat, draw your feet in towards your bum, and then lean back, pull the belly in, but lean back and hover your feet. That's your balance point. Now you can bring your shins kind of parallel. You can hold on one the back of your legs and skip the pumping if this is a lot, and just breathe in for 5, breathe out for 5. Otherwise, I'll let go. Arms come out to the side. If you want to make this harder, you can bring your body back lower or extend your legs longer. I'm going to do that, extending the legs, keep the shoulders plugged in, wide through the collarbones, and we'll pulse for 5. Inhale, pulse for 5. Exhale, try to go up to 100. Okay, so let's give it a try. Inhale. Exhale. Last 10. Alright, not too bad. Alright, next we're going to go into our series of 5, which is sometimes called the stomach series in Pilates, and it's 5 abdominal exercises. We'll keep it pretty smooth going from one to the next, with the exception that we'll give our head a rest a little bit in between. So lower all the way down, and for this one, the legs will come in, we'll scoop them up, we'll extend them out. When we extend the legs out, the arms come out, scoop everything in. So the shoulder blades will be up off the floor, but you're keeping your low back long to the floor. All right, so arms up over your head, the double leg stretch. Draw the knees in, curl up, extend out, curl in. Exhale as you curl in. Inhale as you extend your arms long. Slight tuck of the chin. Roll back long. Pulling your belly button back towards your spine. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1, and then from here, hug your knees in, and we're going to bring your right hand down towards your right ankle, your left hand towards your right knee. Extend your left leg long, and this is the single leg version. Pull the knee towards your chest, curl in, and switch. Shoulder blades step off the floor. You just switch right and left. One leg goes long, the other leg pulls in. The outer arm is always the one that goes to the ankle, and the inner arm is the one that goes to the knee. And just finding that form in your low belly. We'll give the head a break after this, but if you're starting to feel it in your neck, you can let your head go back. Take a moment. Every time the knee comes in, give it a little pull towards you. Exhaling to bring it in closer. 5, 4. Gotta keep sliding the legs nice and long. 3. So getting that one straight line. 2. And last one right. Last one left. Knees in, feet down. Rest your head for a moment. All right, next we're gonna do the long leg version. So with the legs long, one leg will be up, the other leg will be down. And you can relax your head back for this if you need. Otherwise, looking the hands back behind the head. So both legs up towards the ceiling. And curl your upper body up. And then the hands will hold the foot. So I'm going to hold onto my ankle, pull, 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 pull. So kind of like you were pulling and squeezing and shortening the front of your body, drawing your knee towards you. Now drawing your long leg towards you. Like the hamstrings are tight, the leg can't go straight, that's okay. Just get as straight as it can go. And you can exhale through your mouth. It'll really help. Use those strong abdominal muscles. Keep your shoulders relaxed. And we'll do 5 more. If you want to make this harder, keep your arms up and tap, tap. Tap, tap. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. And then draw the knees in. And 2 more in a series of 5. So the legs up to the ceiling. Next is the leg lowers. We'll do these with the feet turned out. It should help relax the hip flexors, but also just be mindful. The leg lowers could be like 2 inches. It doesn't have to be high. If the neck is bothering, you can relax your head down. Otherwise, you can bring your hands back behind your head. Curl your upper body up so the shoulder blades are off the floor. Lower your legs and lift your legs. If you start to get that pooch in the belly or you're arching your back, that's too far. So I'm not going down super low. This is about where I can feel like I'm going to start kind of straining through my hip flexors and having to arch my back. And we won't do a ton of these. Generally, Pilates is pretty low reps. Quality over quantity. So let's do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then draw your knees into your chest. We're going to go right into the last one, crisscross. If you need a break for your head, you can always draw your head back. Shake your head right and left. Otherwise, the crisscross is basically bicycles. Keep your heels up so they're not sinking down so you can see your toes. And make sure that you're not throwing your arms. Arms don't move. You twist your ribs. So, well, let's see. I'm going to do my right leg out. Twisting to the left. Right armpit towards my left knee. And down. And then switch sides. Each time really press out through that long leg that's extending out, but keep that shin parallel to the floor. And try to really wring out through your rib cage, keeping that wide space in your chest so you're not just throwing your armpit in towards the center of your body. Again, slower will probably be much more powerful here. So move slow, move mindfully. Exhale as you try to get closer, your armpit towards your knee. You're gonna keep pulling your belly button down. Press out through your heel. No momentum as you switch from right to left. And let's do 2 more each side. Last one. And then lower down. Abs are done. Okay, we're going to do 1 roll up, so kind of abs but a transition. So bring your arms up overhead, flex your feet, tuck your chin, and actually we'll do Pilates style, arms up to the ceiling, curl yourself up. And then we will do a twist. So, I'm just going to face the camera for this one, but you can stay where you are, just legs long in front of you, flex your feet. Bring your arms out to a T. Notice if you're kind of like leaning forward, see if you can kind of just tip and lift up nice and straight on your sit bones. And then you're going to twist towards the right. So twist towards the right, you'll know you're cheating when one foot moves. So don't slide into that foot. Keep your legs together and just see how far you can go with the 0 movement of your feet. It won't be as grand as you think it is. I'm sorry. And then twist to the left. Again, slow and control, just trying to ring through your ribs. Back to center. Exhale, move to the left. Inhale back to center. Just for fun, bring your hands to your shoulders and try it this way. You may notice that you're able to make it feel a lot bigger. Back to center, because you are just moving your arms, but really this is all torso. So if this helps you notice that, then keep it this way. Again, keep a little sneaky eye on your feet. Or just feel it if you can feel one leg kind of sliding in. Do 2 more, right and left. Last one, right. So try to bring it out, try to get any amount more. Back to center, and then left. Back to center. And then we're going to come to lying down position for side lying series. I generally do pretty traditional side lying series in the strength and conditioning classes, but I want to do something a little different today. So these are still traditional, but a little bit different. So often you'll do these with a little circular thing we use in Pilates. We'll just do a version without today. So going to just be along the edge of your mat. So everything is lined up one long line along the edge of your mat. We're going to stay that way to begin. So from this position with your right hip stacked directly over your left hip, everything active, everything long through the left side body, and kind of not arching out through your ribs, but lengthening, making yourself lighter there. And then from this position, you're just going to lift both legs and lower both legs. Lift and lower. Just 2 more. And then from that position, we're going to lift the top leg. And you can create some pressure into your hand. Just notice if anything else is helping you. This should be very subtle. This is just a balance mechanism. I'm using my right hand like a helper for my abs to help me balance. Left leg lifts and lowers. I'm just tapping my bottom foot to my top foot and lower. And then just like everything we do in Pilates, a lot of it is about precision, just like yoga. So noticing, like if the foot is really moving fast at one point and then it slows down, see if you can keep it the same speed up, the same speed down. So you're controlling that whole lift, that whole lower. Obliques. And inner thighs. And don't lower your top leg to make it easier to touch. If it doesn't touch, it doesn't touch, but keep your top leg steady. Notice if that's some way that you're helping yourself out. Let's do 2 more. And then we're going to slide the legs forward about 45 degrees, and we'll do a version of hot potato. So we're going to turn the foot out a little bit for this version. Again, make sure you're all lined up, ribs are in. You can always do these lying down. I just prefer this way. So I'm going to turn my heel up a bit, so my toes are a little bit pointed down and my heel's up. I'm going to do a version of hot potato like this. Now, hot potato is the one where we pulse and then we go in front and behind. So we're just going to do consistent 3 times pulse, lift, 3 times pulse, lift. So to the front, 1, 2, 3, up. To the back, 1, 2, 3, up. Front, 1, 2, 3, up. Back, 1, 2, 3, up. And notice that you're not rocking. You're staying very steady in the rest of your body. So this could be a very small movement. Let's do 2 more. 3 pulses up, 3 pulses up, and back to center. And we'll just do 1 more on this side, version of clamshells, but a little different version. So I'm going to slide my legs back about 90 degrees through the top legs and the bottom legs for this version. And then I'm going to slide my feet up. So my shins and feet are in the air, and do clammies from there. Clammies for short. Open the knee, lower the knee. Open and lower. Just hitting it at a little different angle. Four more. Last one. And lower. If you need to, give a little tension to that hip. And then we're going to roll onto our belly and do a transition. A traditional transition in between the sides. So for this one, lie down. Done these in the videos before. We'll do a little swimming. So bring the arms forward in front of you, legs long in back of you. Lift your right arm and your left leg and lower. Left arm, right leg and lower. Move it at your own pace, just finding that cross body lift, that rhythm. Eyes can stay to the top of your mat. You don't need to draw your chin up or your head back too much. And you can stick with that, or we'll start lifting everything. So legs and arms lift, everything lowers. Lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. This next time we'll lift and then we'll swim. They're just small movements, arms and legs, alternating with swimming. Nice forward to the top of your mat. Plug the shoulders in. And then slowly release down. One more here, transitional beats. So bring your hands to make a little pillow for your forehead. And then we're going to turn the toes out and the heels in and draw the heels towards each other. Ten, nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then relax. Rest yourself up. We'll come to the other side. So lie down, get everything long along the edge of your mat. Along to the sides of your ribs, everything stacked up. So neither hip pulling away from the other hip. Stabilizing through your left arm. Feel very light and lengthy through this part. Ribs in. So first, legs lift, legs lower. Legs lift, legs lower. Could be a very small lift. More important that it's a controlled movement, that when you lift, you don't rock to either side. You're essentially just shortening through the left side of your body. And two more. And then left leg comes up. Again, doesn't have to be super high, like hip height, maybe a tiny bit higher. Bottom leg lifts, bottom leg lowers. Make sure I can see that you are aligned. Nothing's turning away. Two more. Lift, lift, and lower. And then bring your legs forward about 45 degrees. Again, make sure that didn't, when I did it, I wanted to roll forward quite a bit. So make sure your alignment is still correct. You're not tipping down into one hip. The hip points like they're looking at each other. And then we'll do that version of the hot potato. So I'm going to, again, try to get my heel down towards the floor. I don't have to obsess about this, but just working in that general direction. 3 little bounces in front, up, 3 bounces in back, down. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, down. 1, 2, 3, up. Sorry, toes down, heel up is what I did the other side. So let's try that again. Toes down, heels up. So you're internally rotated. In front, 1, 2, 3, up. Back, 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, down. 1, 2, 3, lift. Pulse, 2, 3, lift. And the lift can be really small too. Even if you have a lot of range of motion, and that internal rotation will allow you to lift super high. And make sure that the ribs stay in. Feel if you want to roll to the side of your ankle that's on the floor too. Keep that steady. No movement there. Let her tell. And then this last one, 3 times up, 3 times up. Stack your left leg on top of your right. And draw your legs in about 90 degrees so the thighs about parallel, shins parallel to the side of your mat, and thighs to the top of your mat. And then we'll lift the feet up into the air, shins up into the air, and do our clamshells from this position. Up like this, and lowers. Lifts, and lowers. That whole internal rotation in the last one should make this one feel a little bit more jazzy than it might normally feel. So, very normal. Last 3, last 2, last 1. Bring it down. Maybe taking a little action there. And then we'll lie back onto our belly. And we'll do some work for the back. So, single leg kick and double leg kick. So, again, make that little kind of pillow for your forehead. So, single leg kick is very small movement. So there's not a huge amount going on here, so you can really focus on the muscle. So what you're doing is you're going to pull your heel towards your butt. And so it's a hamstring action. And when you do that, it shouldn't be just like kind of like la 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 la. It has to be like solid. Like I'm pulling my heel towards my butt. I'm pulling it, squeezing it in, down. Pull it, squeeze it in more, and down. So create that action. All right? So forward can rest to the floor and just 1 leg at a time, squeeze it in there. Really try to feel the stretch in the front of your hip as you do it. This is, not a super fancy movement, but just tapping into the muscles so we can use it more effectively when we do our double leg version. So single leg kick. Couple more, right and left. You really want to try to use the brain in a way that I find is challenging. You can try to point, flex, down, point, flex, down, then flex, point, down, flex, point, down, point, flex, down, point, flex, down, flex, point, down, flex, point, down. And then we'll try the double leg version. Double leg version, arms go behind. So we'll start with our right cheek towards the mat. And these are not necessarily chest expansion arms, the interlaced fingers. You can kind of cup the fingers to the fingers. So it's the same movement with the arms, but we don't do that interlaced finger position. So just kind of cupping the fingers so the fingers grab each other. And then the more you can start, the higher you can start up your back, the higher you do. So we're going to start off pressing the pelvis down to the floor. And both legs will kick up at the same time. So it's 3 kicks, 1, 2, 3. And then the legs extend, arms extend. And then other cheek goes to the floor. Kick, 1, 2, 3, and extend. 1, 2, 3, extend. 1, 2, 3, extend. 1, 2, 3, extend. Try to really get some space in your chest. 1, 2, 3, extend. And we'll do one more right. And hold it really, lengthen your chest. And one more. And everything lowers down. Bring your hands to the floor. Tuck your toes. Inflate up into a plank. And then bring your knees down. And we're going to do one more twist before we come to standing. So this twist is called saw. So legs go out into a nice wide V at about 90-degree angles. And we'll bring the arms out wide. So for this, you really want to twist again as much as we can through the torso. The arms will kind of lie to you and tell you where you are in space. It's not necessarily true. But then we're going to use the arms to help us at the end with the twist. So arms come out. It's like you're trying to hug like a 300-year-old redwood tree, okay? So lift, and then like you're kind of really trying to wrap around that tree as you move to the right. You move into the right, and then when you cannot move it anymore to the right, right hand is going to pulse back, so the palm is going to reach back behind you. The left hand comes towards your pinky toe, and you use that to help you twist deeper. And then everything comes back up. And then hug that tree over towards the left. Get as far over to the left as you can. Again, notice if your feet were doing any cheating for you, just like we did before. No cheating of the feet. Turn your left palm out. Reach your right pinky toe towards right baby finger towards pinky toe. And then back up to the center. Just a couple more of these. So lift up tall. Torso towards the right, towards the right, towards the right. And then move your arms. And come back up. Inflate as tall as you can, lifting high from your sit bones, twist to the left, and move towards your left pinky toe. And up, one more, right and left. Lift, twist, 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 twist with your torso, not just with your arms. Bring your body over like it's gonna go all the way past your knee and out to the side. Back up to the center, one more. Twist, 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 twist. And then move over to the left. Come back up. And then arms down. So you might have felt that in your arms and your shoulders if they were working where they're supposed to. That could have been pretty sensational. All right, legs in. If you want to try no hands, stand up, cross your ankles, stand up. And then coming to the back of the mat, we're going to do some Pilates push-ups. These are kind of my favorite. So we'll start off just with the basics, and you can always stick with the basics. The basics are arms come overhead, and you swan dive down. Walk your hands forward, walking out towards a plank. And for these Pilates push-ups, they're just like a chaturanga, like a yoga push-up. The elbows staying along your sides. You bring your knees down if you need to. Come forward, and we'll just do one. Rest back up, and then walk your hands back. And slowly, slowly, slowly roll your body up, arms back up, over your head. Arms down. I'm going to add on. So, adding on, well, you can do these in a Pilates V position with your feet, but I'm going to add on a little bit more than that. So, arms up over the head. I'm going to add a balance. So you want to try this one. I'm going to balance on my left leg, my right leg tucks back behind, and I'm still going to curl, 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 folding down, folding down, folding down. And then the right leg stays up as I walk forward. Right leg stays up as I do my push-up. Walk it back. Try to keep the right foot at the same height, so I'm not getting higher or lower with the leg. It's always in that same position, and then just slowly curling back up. Step your right foot down, do the same thing with the opposite leg. So we're balancing on the right leg, left leg reaching back. Curl your body down. Walk your hands out. Get Into your full extension, chest forward, one push-up, and then walk it back. Keep the leg there, and slowly curl back up, and bring your leg down. And then for the finale, we'll try up on the toes. So if you'd like this one, arms come up, rise up onto your tippy toes, and curl your body down. So you're gonna curl your body down, staying on your tippy toes. Walk your hands forward in front of you. Since this is the finale, let's do more, because oftentimes we'll do 3 to 5 push-ups. So let's see, I'm gonna do 8. Choose how many you want, I'm gonna do 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then remember, we're staying on our toes, so slide back. Don't let anything drop down. Walk yourself back up. Find that balance spot on your toes. Use your abdominal muscles to lift you, lift you, lift you, lift you, lift you, lift you, lift you all the way up top. And then heels down, arms down. Almost done. One more exercise. Coming onto your back again. So this one, if you need to modify, it can be a reverse tabletop. So fingertips facing towards heels, feet about hip width. You can lift up and do a reverse tabletop. Otherwise, the full Pilates move is going to start off with something we call Pravatsanasana in yoga. So legs long, arms back, and you're going to find the perfect spot where you can press up and press your feet towards the floor. They might not touch. And then from this nice long position, right leg lifts, lowers. Left leg lifts, lowers. So this is a lot. You can stay in the Pravatsanasana or adding the Pilates. It's called leg pull. 5, 4, try to keep your hips side. 3, keep pressing with your strong arms. 2, last one, right, and left, and then lower yourself down and take one forward fold over your feet. Come back up when you're done.